Godzilla vs. Kong. In this film, Kong and his protectors undertake a perilous journey to find his true home.
Along for the ride is Gia, an orphan girl who has a unique and powerful bond with the mighty beast.
However, they soon find themselves in the path of an enraged Godzilla as he cuts a path of destruction across the planet.
The initial confrontation between the two titans, instigated by unseen forces, is only the beginning of the mystery that lies deep within the core of the planet.
This movie was released March 31st, 2021 in the United States.
The director is Adam Wingard.
He also directed a couple of horror films, VHS, and another one called You're Next.
The budget was actually 160 to 200 million.
Woo! This will be the first film in 59 years to feature both King Kong and Godzilla after King Kong vs. Godzilla in 1963. On March 11th, 2021, Legendary Studios revealed the official heights of both titans for their monarch profiles. Godzilla stands at 393 feet, which is the same height in Godzilla, King of the Monsters 2019, while King Kong stands at 336 feet.
This is the largest incarnation of Kong in history, and both the largest American incarnation and the second largest overall of Godzilla, after the anime version in Godzilla, Planet of the Monsters.
From 2017.
Yes.
The film takes place 5 years after Godzilla, King of the Monsters in 2019, and 51 years after Kong, Skull Island, 2017, which took place in 1973.
It explains why he's so much taller in that movie. Why he was able to go toe-to-toe with the big G.
Toho Company, the Japanese company that owns Godzilla and produced the original King Kong vs. Godzilla from 1962, released in the U.S. as King Kong vs. Godzilla in 1963, intended to produce an immediate sequel to the film titled Continuation, King Kong vs. Godzilla. After a story treatment had been developed, it was eventually canceled. Later, Toho thought about remaking of the film in the early 1990s under the title Godzilla vs. King Kong. Boy, it's too bad that didn't happen though, right?
That would have been awesome.
They were prevented from making the film due to legal issues with Turner Entertainment. Good old Ted Turner. Now, so far, this film, Godzilla vs. Kong, has earned over $122 million.
Really?
During its opening weekend sales. The biggest opening of a movie released during the whole pandemic.
Wow. This is the movie for that.
Yeah.
Before making the film, director Adam Wingard said that he rewatched a handful of Godzilla and Kong movies that he watched as a kid. This revived a sense of empathy he felt for the monsters, and that emotional element is exactly what he wanted to bring to his mega monster crossover. He said, "Some of those Godzilla movies I haven't seen since I was a kid, so revisiting them was a lot of fun. To be able to almost go back in time and re-experience what that was like, I was able to directly empathize with that feeling when I really felt like maybe Godzilla really is going to lose in this movie. That was really important because it helped me remember, going forward on Godzilla vs. King Kong, the kind of feeling people are going to have when they watch it. That's what I want to do. I really want you to take those characters seriously. I want you to be emotionally invested, not just in the human characters, but actually in the monsters. If I had my way, I want people to be really teary-eyed at the end of the movie and be that invested into what's going on."
Well, of course. And you think about the original King Kong versus Godzilla, who wasn't teary-eyed at the end?
It was
just emotionally draining, wasn't it? It was like watching Tears of Terms of Endearment or An Officer and a Gentleman.
Yeah.
Or Schindler's List. It's one of the...
All right.
All right, the positives of the film.
Spoiler warning.
Well, one of the positives is, the battles.
Yeah.
We get 3 big battles.
3 major fights.
It's not just, we don't have to sit through an hour and a half of, dialogue and human characters that we could care less about.
Yeah, we know everybody's there watching the movie.
Mm-hmm. And we want to see the monsters fight. We want to see them hit each other. We want to see cities destroyed. We want to see the battle. And we get 3 of them. 3 big battles in this film.
Yeah.
And there's some other things that are going on.
And they're very different, too. I mean, in the first one, it's on the water, on the boats.
Yeah.
Kong's obviously at a massive disadvantage. Then the next one's in the city.
Yeah, we got the city.
One at night, and then the last one during the day.
Yeah.
The next morning.
And we got 3 titans.
Yeah.
3 titans at the end. We got Mecha Godzilla.
There are 3 titans fighting in the end, but there were other ones throughout the movie, right?
Yeah, we get to see those too.
And I think that's another great thing, the variety
Oh yeah,
in the movie.
absolutely.
I mean, you got the call back to Skull Island with the Skull Crawlers. They didn't have a huge role, but it was cool to see Mecha Godzilla just split it in half with the laser at 40% power. But there's also the War Bat, right?
Yeah,
What'd you think of that?
I thought that was awesome.
It was really cool.
I loved how King Kong swung him around, how he killed it. That was awesome. And the Hollow Earth theory thing is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I say that's a plus. That's a positive. Another positive, I like the Black Alex Jones character. I thought that character is really neat.
He was funny. He was,
and important
he was
for
cool.
this film.
Yeah.
If they're going to try to develop this Hollow Earth thing, and it makes it very interesting.
Yeah, he was like ahead of everybody else, and saying what Apex was up to. He knew the whole time. He was the insider, the whistleblower.
Another positive thing about this film, the running time. I couldn't believe it was over when it was over. I mean, it was over. It's like an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half to 2 hours.
It wasn't like Lord of the Rings. We're sitting there watching these people walk around for days and days, and it feels like days and days. This was just like bam, bam, bam. Let's get to the fights. 3 big fights. Can't beat that.
Yeah. Another thing I liked were, what would you call it? Callbacks, like to the originals or to the to the original Godzilla versus Kong, and or other movies, like when Kong put the blunt end of the axe down Godzilla's throat. That was obviously a callback to when he pushed the tree down his throat in the first movie.
Yeah, I remember you pointing that out. That's true. Yeah, that was an awesome scene.
At one point, Kong was at the top of a building that looked like the Empire State Building. It was in Hong Kong, though. One of those skyscrapers.
It's on top of a skyscraper. Yeah. Another really cool thing in this film, and I don't think it's ever been done in any other Godzilla films, is the Godzilla's reptile crawl. When he actually gets on all fours to fight. We never see that.
He's like stealthily looking around for Kong, and then when Kong's on the ground, he's like going after him.
It was an awesome scene.
Scary.
It was scary.
He was less human-like. It was like more like primal rage. He was a monster, an animal,
Yeah.
What do you think of the fact that Kong can speak?
Yeah, that was a surprise, and I guess like the director was saying, to kind of humanize these monsters, or to some
Personify
empathy and everything for Kong, that he really, he's humanized. He can communicate with humans now, and we know what he's feeling and he can tell us what he's thinking, and it was I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, and it goes far beyond that too with the Hollow Earth. You see the whole civilization that seemingly Kong's ancestors built. Yeah, they're very, very personified, and I think they even said in the movie that these aren't just dumb animals. They're like highly intelligent species. So that was cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Godzilla's blast through the Earth's crust. That was awesome.
That was another awesome thing. Remember the last film, King of the Monsters? I mean, he blasts like up into the sky, remember? And this one, he's going down into the earth. It's really interesting.
Where are they going next with that?
I don't know. It's probably going to be in 3D. He's going to hit us in the face with one of those blasts.
I'm thinking he's being held by someone, and then he blasts and it goes around the earth and hits them in the back.
Could be. Maybe. You never know. All right, the negatives. So that was the good. This is the bad. Some of the characters I just didn't care about.
Eleven's friend was useless. I didn't think he was funny.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
think
fat kid. I mean, they think, throwing in a fat person as like comic relief. He's not John Candy.
it didn't work. He was, yeah, like we said, he was useless.
Yeah, just didn't really. I mean, let's face it. We don't watch these movies for the human characters. We want to see the monster fights.
Yeah.
We want to get to the battles but yeah, I felt like they were adding more than they needed to, right?
Yeah, and I even feel like they didn't need whatever her name is at all. The girl who plays Eleven in Stranger Things. She wasn't needed. At least she was in the last movie, though. Her father definitely wasn't needed.
Her dad had like what, 3 lines in the film?
Yeah. Like 2 short scenes.
My gosh. Yeah, crazy.
In the beginning and the end. That was it.
Yeah. What about the villain? He was okay, right?
He was okay. Arguable whether or not he's a villain, I guess. Yeah, I think he had good intentions, if you believe what he's saying in the movie.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's interesting. It wasn't directly like, good against evil.
Yeah, you think about it. I mean, is he really the villain? When he says he wants, the humans to be the apex predators, well, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So in a roundabout way, I guess he's a good guy.
In a way.
It's like with the Phantom Menace, people think the Christopher Lee Count Dooku character was a bad guy. He was a good guy. He was
Was that Attack of the Clones?
Or Attack of the Clones. Whichever one of those Star Wars turds movies. But, yeah. Something else. What did you think about the Mechagodzilla design?
It was a bit modeled after the one from the early 2000s, Tokyo SOS and Godzilla against Mechagodzilla. That as well as the fact that it became possessed in the end. Those are both
it's like Terminator Godzilla, right?
Yeah. They were both I can't think of the word. They were both inspired by those late Toho movies. And I thought it was cool. It could have been better. I prefer the original Mechagodzilla design the most.
I don't know the name of the character, but the one that was controlling Mechagodzilla, and he would sit in that device with that thing over his head.
Yeah, the Dr. Serizawa's son.
When he died and Mechagodzilla still fighting, killing. I didn't get that whole part. I don't know how that happened. I was hoping it was going to be like aliens from outer space controlling Mechagodzilla, and who knows, maybe we'll get a Gigan or King Ghidorah again.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that. I didn't understand it.
It was weird. They didn't do a good job explaining it. They were probably just really hoping that people would be like, "Oh, okay, it came to life," without explaining how. My main theories are either King Ghidorah's spirit somehow took control of it, or that life force energy in the Earth's core that they were talking about, that powers Kong's axe and all that stuff, is what made it a Titan, like it gained its own soul. I have no idea. I didn't write the movie, but...
Yeah, and we kind of talked about this. I don't know if Mechagodzilla was the right character. Maybe it should have been Mecha King Ghidorah.
That would have been cool.
Using...
Then they could actually use the head.
Yeah.
And, they only saved one head at the end of the last movie, right?
Yeah.
So it could be cool, like a little different from the last Mecha King Ghidorah, because the center one was metal.
Yeah.
This one could be the normal, and the 2 outer ones are metal,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And they should have us write these.
Absolutely. So, another thing that could have been improved on, it's, I guess, a negative, was the whole movie poster.
Yeah, it was a strange design. It felt like I was walking into the octagon. Well, not into the actual octagon, but to a UFC match.
Yeah, you said that. This is like a UFC poster.
Yeah.
And compared to the last movie. Yeah, some of those posters. I mean, look at this.
There's no
look how beautiful
comparison.
this is right here.
Yeah, you're not going to beat that design.
But, yeah. Yeah, those are the only, I guess I would say, negatives or whatever about the film. Overall opinion... On the 1 to 10 scale, what do you give this film?
As a Godzilla movie or as a movie in general?
As a Godzilla film.
That's a tough one. I guess I'd give it a 7.
I would give it a strong 7 too. On the 1 to 10 scale. Now that's considered King of the Monsters, the last Godzilla film. To me, that was a 10.
That was a 10.
I would give this one a 7.
Yeah. It wasn't as crazy, as cool, but it was still really good, very solid.
And on the Monster Mayhem meter, I think I would give this one definitely a 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there was
it's pretty much as much destruction and...
Yeah, we get 3 big battles.
3 big battles.
On the ship, in the city, and then there's the demo of Mecha Godzilla, where that monster thing comes out, and yeah, there's a lot of monster action in this film. We get a lot of monster mayhem.
They spared no expense with the destruction of that CGI city.
Yeah, absolutely.
All those computer buildings. That's crazy.
I definitely recommend this film. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to go to the theater.
I've already seen it 3 times.
Wow. Well, we saw it twice the first day.
That's true.
I want to go back and see it again and get my big bucket of popcorn and milk duds and a tub of soda and sit back and watch the big monsters duke it out, fight it out on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, what's better than that? I mean, what's better than that?
We got to get our hands on a poster. Another one of these.
Okay, it's going. Find some good stuff at Walmart. If I say this is Walmart, of course we're going to find some good stuff. That's Walmart, high quality. That's right. This one with Bill Cosby. You got Yoda and Mustang and Batman. What's that?
I need some
That's pretty
space.
cool. That's awesome. I don't believe it. Hey, look at this. Mecha Godzilla. And look. Hong Kong Battle Kong. Oh man, so you got 2 right there.
The war bat.
Oh, the war bat.
Well, that's the skull called war bat.
Man, they got them all here. Look at this one. Check this out.
Yeah. Alright, I'm getting a few of these.
Oh man, look at the display, Thomas. Look. Look at this. I think you're gonna have to get like 2 of each, right? Oh my gosh. Only $9 each? Yeah, I might have to grab a couple too. Got it. Hold on, I'm gonna grab it's right. Can you believe it? And you're about to walk right by it. I want to get at least, I gotta get 1 of these. You know, I feel like I should then, you know?
Yeah.
These are the Godzilla versus Kong action figures. We're only missing one.
Yeah.
Which one are you missing?
We're missing the standard, I believe, 6-inch Kong with fighter jet.
But we did get the limited edition theater exclusive, opening day only. We'll show that to you in that bit.
Yeah, it's actually this one here. It looks like the other giant Godzilla figures, but it's a little different. But again, we'll save that for last. The Godzilla with the radio tower. You can see he's got that tower there with him. He's normal colored, same colored as the big one. And he's got battle damage and all that stuff. So he's really cool. The next one we have is Godzilla with Heat Ray. Now, this is probably the one that most people would get. I mean, if I had to choose one, I would get this, you know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
It glows. It's got translucent plastic, so, you know, if you shine a light through his spikes or whatever, you know, go through them. They look cool.
How tall are these?
I think they're 6 inches, aren't they?
Is that the same height as like the Bondi figures?
I believe so.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So they can fight the Bondi figures, right?
Yes. Yes, they can. I don't know, maybe we should get a tape measure just in case, but they seem like they're 6 inch. Next, we got the Kong with the battle axe. That one's real cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
Once again, battle damage. Got the Muto Bone Godzilla Spike Axe.
Pretty cool.
And yeah. Next, we got the Skull Crawler, and this comes with the Heave, the HEAV, the vehicle they used to enter Hollow Earth.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, there it is, right there.
Yep.
Wow.
Next, we've got the War Bat, and this comes with an Osprey Gunner. This is what Kong fights when they enter Hollow Earth.
Does it really come with an Osprey Gunner?
Yeah. It's
Where?
Down there.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh man, that's cool. Very cool.
This one is actually the only one without battle damage, I think. Or is it?
Well, I don't know. It says battle damage reveal.
Oh, never mind. That one has it too.
Okay, really cool.
All right. Then we got Mecha Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
Big baddie of the movie. This also comes with a heave. There were 2 heave.
Is that like a little
vehicles.
plastic Godzilla in there? What's that little ring thing there? It's like a smiling Godzilla. What is that? Right there. What is that?
It's the heave.
Oh, that's the heave.
What
It looks like a little smiling Godzilla.
are you seeing?
I don't have my glasses on, so. Very cool.
Then, these are my favorites. We got the Godzilla and the Kong, both during the Hong Kong battle. And these got like a glowing purple plastic on them.
Oh man, those are awesome.
Yeah,
I like the colors on those.
It's excellent. I love especially Godzilla, just the color going all the way down the front and back. And once again, all translucent plastic. You know, having like light shine through it will look really cool.
Very cool. Hey, you think Matthew Broderick saw this film?
Who?
He was the star of the 1990s Godzilla, the 1998 Zilla.
Maybe.
I wonder if he took his family to see this, and his kids were like, "Daddy, finally a real Godzilla film." Anyway, sorry, sidetrack.
So anyways, then you got the 2 giant figures. So your local Walmart hopefully still has these. These are the big ones, and probably the first ones to go.
I wonder how big these are.
What do you think? Like,
I would say about 12 inches tall.
yeah, about a foot. So Kong is cool. A little darker than in the movie. Like, kept him out in the sun for a little while. But yeah, it's the cool one. And here we have the theater exclusive giant Godzilla. Now, the only thing that's different about this is it makes a noise. And it actually doesn't say it on the pack. They didn't make exclusive packages for it. It only happens when you pull the arm down. So you lift it up and then...
Oh my gosh.
So...
Do that again? The arm thing? Wait a minute. Wait. That was you. That was you. That was Mina, Pup. Mina. Wait a minute. What's that big red thing there?
What red thing? Oh, this?
Maybe there isn't an...
All right. Well, there you go. That's the Godzilla toy review. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed our review. And don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. Yep. Thank you.